Welcome back to Tambay TV. I am Pael Fajardo,
Ali Peak.
and we are doing the impossible. We are reviewing Avengers Endgame. Ali, there are so many ways to skin this cat. Where do we begin?
Uh, let's just start right. Okay, I'm just gonna start off by saying this. We're talking about 11 to 12 years of this
Movies.
Marvel Cinematic Universe that they've done. First of all, a great job of putting this whole thing together with all these movies. How many movies are we talking about? How many?
2021?
2021 with so many. Okay, all right. That's out of the way. Second, you've become emotionally involved in each and every character, each and every story of this movie. So, when you talk about Endgame, which we're about to do to the best of our ability, how do you get all of this shit into one episode? We're gonna try to do it as best as we
As
can.
best as we can, and as quick as we
Okay,
can, because
as
you guys
quick
have been
as-
a fan of
yeah.
the shorter ones rather than the long form. That's cool. So this one's for you, man. So let's start with the simple one, Ali. What did we like first? Well, how we're
Want me to
how
go
we're gonna
first?
do this? Yeah, we're gonna
Okay.
do what we liked, what we didn't like, and our final thoughts.
Yes.
Ali, take it away with what you liked about it.
Wow. Well, a lot of questions were answered. More so, the relationship between Captain America and Iron Man. Absolutely answered by them coming together, working together again. That was great to see Tony Stark and Steve Rogers
Again.
again together, making amends. He gives him his shield back.
But it wasn't sudden.
It wasn't sudden.
Yeah.
It was, you almost forget about the shield because you're just so focused on these two guys talking. I got emotional seeing these guys in scenes throughout the entire movie. I liked that between the both of them. I would have to say second would be just the dialogue between Tony Stark and Pepper Potts. I'm just kind of jumping from
Yeah, go,
from
go, go.
place to
We're gonna-
place. I'm going. Spoiler alert. Okay, Iron Man's last moments. I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that. See that coming. But him dying, he sacrificed himself for the greater good to save everybody. His family that he now has. He's got a daughter. And I just thought no better person to send him off and say goodbye to him and that everything's going to be okay than Gwyneth Paltrow. She's a great actress.
Yes.
Pepper Potts saying goodbye. Of course, Spider-Man's there. And, War Machine is there. And then you see Captain America crying. You see Thor emotional. Everybody's emotional. And then you get a chance to see all of these great actors in one place finally, the funeral of Tony Stark. And then going further towards the end, Captain Rogers, now an old man, Bucky is the only one that knew what his plan was, finding the love of his life after he returns, going back in time, returning the stones to where they were before all this shit happened, and then finding the love of his life, living his life, which he's wanted to do all this time, and then the conversation that he has with Sam Wilson. That represented their entire relationship from day one.
It was
the
a
Winter
passing of
Soldier.
the torch of sorts.
Passing of the torch of sorts. The shield being handed over from Steve Rogers to Sam Wilson. We see that in the comic books. So there's the connection between the comic books and Marvel Cinematic Universe.
My question to you is, when we texted each other, we've seen it twice, by the way.
Yeah,
I've seen it twice.
I saw it a few hours ago.
You've seen it
time.
twice. Well, the first time you got out of the cinema, you called me. You said it had moments. It had powerful moments.
Yeah.
Can you name two of the most powerful moments for you in Infinity War, in Endgame?
I'm gonna say the ending part, the epic battle scene was for me.
Mjolnir?
The set, I'd say it's either number one or number two for me. But prior to that, the Avengers facility is just blown to shit, right? And it's just like, how much more can these guys fucking take, right? But they're there. They're doing the best they can. You see, obviously, a traumatized, damaged emotionally, psychologically, physically, if you will, Captain America, Thor, Iron Man come out there. They know this has to get done. Somehow, some way. They come out there to confront Thanos. They are on their last legs. But they're out there doing the very best that they can do. And of course, Sam Wilson calling in to Captain America on your left.
On your left.
Going back to Winter Soldier when they were trying to race each other. He couldn't fucking keep up with him.
Yeah.
But it brings you back to that again. Emotions came, and then you see Doctor Strange's portals, and you see Black Panther come out. You see all these people that we've been wondering where all these, are they going to bring them back? They're dead up until that point. But then you hear Sam Wilson, and you hear the crowd go, oh my God, and then the portals open. You see all these characters come out, and everyone's just cheering. And then the epic Lord of the Rings, Return of the King battle between these large armies. Those were the two that really did it for me.
Yeah. Those are the two scenes.
Yes.
How about in the start? How about Smart Banner? What's your take on Smart Banner?
I loved it. I mean, there's a comical side.
That was a funny moment.
Him taking pictures. I mean, kind of.
And it has happened in the comic books also.
Yeah, accepting himself, right?
Yeah, so. I like that. Fat Thor was funny.
Fat Thor was hilarious.
Fat Thor was
Asgard was hilarious. It reminded me of looked like one of the coastal lines somewhere on the East Coast. For some reason, Maine came to my mind, but I mean, it's just like that's what they're reduced to. Only time Thor comes out is when the beer is delivered.
For supplies.
Yeah, for supplies. Yeah, it's just and then it just shows Chris Hemsworth's range as an actor. He can be funny. You saw that in Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
You saw that in Ghostbusters. That was actually the first time I ever seen Chris Hemsworth be funny in that Ghostbusters movie that came out a few years ago.
That was good. I liked him.
That was good. Yeah.
He was a convincing bad guy / dumb fuck.
Yeah. And then he just he did a really great job.
Yeah.
I don't know how you describe what he played. Of course, it's Thor, but it's just with the Big Lebowski.
Big Lebowski
type,
version.
You don't know if he's awake or asleep. He's got the sunglasses on.
Yeah.
I
And again, the call back to how in the first Avengers he was Point Break, returning to like a Patrick Swayze.
Patrick Swayze.
Now he's like the fucking Lebowski.
Yeah. He looked like the Lebowski actually.
And I love how Tony said Ratchet as like an ode to Ratchet and Clank. That's a PS game.
Okay. All right.
And then it's Rocket, not Ratchet. And Tony's like a little smile to his face. Like, I know, I'm just messing with you.
Yeah.
I like that part. Well, is that everything that you liked about it?
I mean, again, there's just you're asking me the things that really stuck out to me.
Yeah. There's so many things.
To cover. There's just so much stuff to cover. I mean, God, for those that haven't seen it yet, you go see it. You're gonna know exactly what we're talking about.
Well, if you clicked on it, you better have seen this. And
fuck you. I mean, get on the ball already. It's been fucking 72 hours. Go to the movie theater. Go see the shit.
Support it.
Yeah.
Well, now that we've covered what we liked about it, are we ready to go to what we didn't like?
What we didn't like.
Is it? Which is the reason why I've been quiet.
Hit me. Go. You go.
I've been
you go.
quiet.
Yeah.
I've been quiet.
Go for it. Go.
I will start this off with an apology. I apologize to everyone who liked it. If you liked it, good. I'm not here to knock on what you liked or what you appreciated and what you loved about it. But again, there's a balance of, do I be completely honest about this shit, or do I just... Well, I will praise its merits. Okay, fine. The special effects are spot on. But for me, the story was a bit lazy. Too much drama. Number one, the first thing I didn't like about it was the length. It did not need 3 hours. Or if it were to take up 3 hours, I want something that's entertaining. I want something that's new. I get that you have to put the drama in, but 2 hours and 10 minutes of drama about the Avengers and their daily lives. I hated that they had to kill off Thanos in the first 10 minutes. And then it becomes drama.
I was actually ready to go home after
heist.
that. Because it just cuts to black, right? And I was like, okay, let's go home. They killed
the bad guy. We're done.
Yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go
ahead. What else has to happen?
Yeah.
And then it becomes a time heist movie. What?
Yeah.
Why? I don't get that. I get that story-wise, there are so many plot holes that I could poke through it. I'm not even going to I'll go into one. Mjolnir, the Mjolnir problem. There's so many other holes, but I just can't focus on the Mjolnir problem and how it happens in Thor: The Dark World when Thor comes back to get the ether from Jane, who they show a clip of Natalie Portman, who doesn't get credited in the credits, by the way, because it was an old shot of her, and it was a second. It was within Rocket. It was a shortcut, but then we get this whole Rene Russo, Chris Hemsworth scene, which I love. Frey and Thor scene, I love that.
Yeah.
But once he gets Mjolnir, that's already a problematic thing for me because Mjolnir was in the Dark World. She dies in the middle of Dark World, and then he gets the hammer, and then what's that Thor in that timeline going to use? That's one problem. I mean, there's so many.
Yeah.
That's a problem with time travel. Is they get so many holes, so many questions. But again, as you said,
you're not
go with it.
Yeah, you
just go with it.
You have to go with. You're not gonna get. That's when movies are done with time travel. You're not you.
It gets messy.
It gets messy. You try to be as detailed as possible, but how can you? How can you? Those are great points. Yeah. What happened? Because I was in the back of my mind, I was asking the same question. Okay, what happens to the Thor of that time, and where the fuck is his hammer? What's gonna happen?
Mjolnir. Where the hell is Mjolnir?
So, but you
How
just gotta roll with it. You just gotta roll with it.
A lot of it.
Somehow, some way. Anytime you deal with time travel in the movies, it gets jumbled up.
I'm gonna say the unpopular thing, which is, I think for me, and again, this is an opinion. If you like the movie, that's your opinion. It's cool, and I love taking all your calls. I've been like an Avengers hotline. People have been calling. Is this what happened? Blah blah blah. I love it. So now we're making the video just to tell you my thoughts about it. The Russos need a break. They've made, for me, Infinity War. Infinity War was a comic book made into a movie. Endgame is a soap opera slash what do you call those? Sitcom with special effects. That's how it feels to me. If I were to sum it up, that's what I would. I did not need that drama. I mean, I get it. We've been grieving for a year. Since they've been dusted, and then your solution is to go back in time. That's such a messy proposal. Here's one more thing. If you had the time stone, and it was with
what's her name?
Tilda Swinton. She had the time stone 5 years ago. I mean 5 because they go back to the original Avengers and then they get the time stone. Why not use the time stone to do all this quantum leaping shit instead of coming up with these suits and you need the Pym particles? I don't know. Again, you just have to enjoy it.
It's just they didn't expect to run into this woman, right? When they went back to New York. I mean, seriously, they didn't expect that.
They knew that was the time that the stone was there. You get what I mean?
But did they know where exactly? Because at that point, they didn't know who Doctor Strange.
They didn't, but it had like a signature. Remember in time. That's why they tracked it. I don't know. It gets messy. Time travel was not the solution. It's very jotty. It's messy writing. A lot of things you just have to accept.
Unfortunately. Did
you get her?
Yeah, no, the ancient one.
Ancient one.
The ancient
one. Exalted one. The ancient one.
The ancient one. In comparison to all the other movies, Avengers Infinity, the other Avengers that came out, I would say that I can't say that this was the best one.
Right. Infinity War kicks his ass. Let's just put it that way.
But I was satisfied, but I was sad because no Tony Stark. Steve Rogers is old now. I
don't agree with that either because it's next. I don't know. Time travel. Taking the time travel part aside. Another thing I didn't like was visually. When I come into a movie, I want to see something new. I want to see something exciting, something that takes me out of the, of the regular of the real world. That's why I love Infinity War. Is we got to see Vormir, we got to see all these other planets. We got Nidavellir, where he had to fashion his hammer. I mean, so many other. Nowhere we got to see all these planets.
That's right.
My biggest problem with Endgame is, one, you give me a human drama for 2.5 hours. It takes place maybe 90% on Earth, showing how sulking all these Avengers are. They're downtrodden. I get it. Give me 30 minutes of that. I get it. But you made it into like a little soap opera.
Turn things around now. Yeah.
That just prolonged the agony. Just reliving, and you reused your set pieces from all the other movies, you get scenes from Guardians 1, you get scenes from Avengers 1, you get scenes from Captain America,
Guardians of the Galaxy.
no.
Did we mention that
First
already?
event, yeah, Guardians of the
Okay.
Galaxy. You get that, and most of it is mocked, like the Captain America versus Captain America.
Yeah.
That was a bit mocky. I love the. That is America's ass.
Yeah.
That was a good joke.
Well, I like
that.
you know, I like what he
that.
said. He's
Okay.
like, "You got to be shitting me." He's standing right in front of him. He thinks he's Loki, right?
And
he's
it's
like,
a wiser though, and I love the Hail Hydra. And then
Yeah,
he gives
yeah,
a smile.
yeah,
I like
yeah.
that. That was funny. The funny parts landed. The second time I watched it, I was also feeling the cinema. People were laughing. I
Mhm.
like that. I like that about it. The jokes landed. It wasn't Guardians of the Galaxy terrible, 2, which is the lowest for me in the Marvel.
really?
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
lowest. It's the for me. Which
But-
let's break it down that way. How about let's break it down that way? Out of all the movies in the MCU, where does this one rank for you?
I'd say, honestly, I'd say right in the middle. I'm not gonna say it's the top one.
not top five.
Top 5. No,
It's not top 10.
I'd say right smack in the middle.
Middle.
Right smack in the middle for me. Just for the simple fact that it's the last piece
Mhm.
of the entire.
Just so we're clear, what's
book,
top?
if you wanna
What's
call it.
top 3 for you? Top 3.
Oh, that's a hard one. That's, well, Iron Man,
That's one.
the very
yeah.
first one.
Doesn't have to be in order. Just the
yeah.
top 3.
Okay, Iron Man, the very first one.
Uh-huh.
Wow. Avengers.
Avengers.
When they third one.
Infinity War. Civil War.
That's a tough one. Black Panther is up there also. I mean,
Really,
I
for
enjoyed
you?
I enjoyed Black Panther, and Infinity War. Yeah.
So that's
And-
5. That's
yeah.
top 5. Or 4. 5, 4. Right.
Yeah.
Civil War. Did you like Civil
I
War?
love Civil War.
Yeah,
So top 4 for me. Those would be those. I'm probably missing other things, but
Mhm.
those are the ones that really stick
Yeah.
out for me. And then where Endgame ranks in all of this, I'd say probably about 6,
Mhm.
7, maybe.
For me, it's on the bottom 3.
Wow.
I'm putting it down there with. I'm putting it down there with Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, which I really hated because of all the jokes. It just got really dumb. It's just
It was too much.
Too dumb.
It was too
It just
much.
got
Yeah.
too dumb.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not here to shit on what we all love. Hey, we're talking about it, but I'm just speaking my honest mind about it. And a lot of you loved it. If you loved it, good. I'm not here like when I see posts of people saying, "Hey, it was a masterpiece." I put a little like because hey, you enjoyed it. I'm happy.
And it's your opinion.
It's your opinion. This is just like ours. But Guardians of the Galaxy, Age of Ultron, which I really also hated, and this is like the third worst for me. It's just a little bit over, because
Yeah.
what I noticed with the Avengers, it's every other that I like. I love the first
that's
one.
interesting.
I didn't like
Kind of like Thor, right? Sort of.
sort of. There's
Ragnarok
only
was
been
the
3.
best, I thought.
Ragnarok was
was
good.
okay. Now, see, that's another one. Ragnarok. I enjoyed. So, 5 for me.
5.
Ragnarok ranks up there. It could be Ragnarok could be either number 1 or number 5 in my
Yeah,
top
in
5.
the middle, yeah.
It can all be mixed up together.
Mhm.
Yeah, sure.
Another thing that I want to point out is the whole girl power thing. What's your thoughts of the girl power?
I liked it. I was like, you know what, cool, man. I mean, we focus so much on male superheroes.
Uh-huh.
That's just my opinion.
Go. Hit
I'm
it.
not looking at it as a social thing. I'm not looking at it as a politically correct
Uh-huh.
thing. I'm looking at a bunch of fucking hot ass actresses, okay, that are about to kick some ass.
One group
I think
shot.
each and every one of these women are hot. I mean, let's what are the names of some of these girls here?
Let's see.
Captain Marvel,
Brie Larson.
Pepper, Brie
Wait.
Larson, Gamora,
Zoe Saldana.
Nebula, who I actually want to have sex with.
Karen Gillan.
I want to have
I
sex
love
with
her.
Gamora.
Me
I love
too.
her. I mean,
Watch her in Jumanji. Love her in Jumanji.
Nebula. Okay, there's something about her,
Mhm.
something about that blue skin, blue metal, whatever, and
Yeah.
her hips. She has beautiful hips.
She's a natural redhead. Did you know that?
Even better.
Oh, gingers.
Shuri,
Gingers.
Mantis, Scarlet Witch,
Oh,
Valkyrie.
Clementia.
Valkyrie. Valkyrie's got some major sex appeal.
Not for me.
For me,
Yeah.
there's just something about her accent that
No.
turns me
Tessa
on.
Thompson.
Okay.
Not a fan. Not a
Creed
fan.
Part 2 or Creed 1 and 2.
1 and 2.
Sorry.
She said it.
But anyways, yeah, I just thought
Uh-huh.
all those women, and then they're about to kick some major ass. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I mean, I could see what they were trying to do with
Yeah,
that.
I get it.
But again, I was just like, fuck it. I'm just gonna sit back. I'm gonna enjoy this. I'm gonna enjoy it. If they want to kick some ass, let them kick some ass.
That's on your side of the
Yeah.
fence. Where I stand on the opposite side of the
Yeah.
fence. I didn't like it, bro. It was, and it's funny because two of my lady friends, they told me that they were offended by it. They didn't like it. That shout out to Anna and Sam. Sam said something that I would like to reiterate. Shout out to Sam B. She said, and this is a girl talking. Instead of it being inclusive, it started feeling exclusive because you're discounting the boys. It's like, okay, we can all do this, girl power. It was just like it was a gratuitous shot, and they were like, what?
I can understand where she was coming from.
And then
right?
Anna's like, if it's really equality or whatever you want to push, why don't they stand toe to toe with the dudes, with the dude heroes?
It was borderline too much.
It was a bit
know?
preachy, which I don't like it with my books. Don't push agenda, tell a story. That's my point. And I
Yeah.
agree with them. Again, I agree that there are hot girls that we all want to screw or fall in love with or take out to dinner. But I don't know.
I mean, the
Story-wise,
character, okay, the character, the
character.
actresses,
Oh, the actresses too.
yeah, but I mean,
Each
just out of respect for the actresses and their artwork, the characters, yeah, yeah.
What else? Funny parts?
Funny parts. Well, obviously as the new Asgard, I just thought that whole concept was hilarious.
Hilarious.
And then
Meek
Thor,
and
yeah,
Korg.
yeah.
I
and
love
then,
that part.
And then Thor just Chris Hemsworth again, his
Drinking
range.
beer.
Drinking
fat,
beer.
The fat
I mean,
Thor. Did you like the fat Thor?
I love the fat Thor. I
That was
love
funny.
again. You see Chris Hemsworth's ability to be funny.
Uh-huh.
I thought that was hilarious. I thought he did an excellent job in this movie.
Well, there's so many other ways we could go in depth with this, but we're trying to keep the videos short so that it's easier for you guys to consume it. Because hey, thanks for all the hits we got on the reaction trailers we've been doing for Star Wars. That was awesome. That was short. So we assume you guys want it short. So as a cap to this, rating 1 to 10, what are you gonna give it?
I'm not going to change my stance. After I saw it with you, after I saw it and I called you up,
Yeah.
I'd say 7.5 to 8.
To 8.
8. You know, I saw it again today.
Did that improve,
8.
or is it more the 7.5?
I'd say 8 to 8.5.
Oh, it got higher.
But I'd keep it at an 8.
8.
8, yeah.
Okay.
8 for me. 8 for
I
me.
in first watching I gave it a 7.5 to 8 also, but on second viewing, I just can't stand. If I were to watch this again, I'm not gonna watch this again from the start to finish. I'm just gonna pick the parts that I want to watch.
Same here.
You got what I
Same
mean?
here. The ending part for
The
me.
ending part,
for me.
definitely.
Yeah.
Kudos to Rodney Fontabella. I met the dude. He worked on this film. Yeah,
Mhm.
he's a graphic artist. You guys did a good job. I just wish I could have seen more of your newer art because I think it's all a reuse of everything we saw from Infinity War. I wish we could have seen more newer planets, new characters. This is your chance to bring in Eternity. This is the chance to go Star Wars and intergalactic with it. We didn't go there. We went to Earth and did a drama. A lot of people loved it. Not for me. I want something new. I want something colorful, something cosmic. Cap it up, something closer to the comics. But I get it. Things change. It's a movie. Felt short-handed for me. And the second watching, I'm giving it a 6.5 to 7. I can't
Fair
watch
enough,
it
fair
again, the
enough.
whole thing. And if you guys enjoyed it, that's good. If you enjoy this video, click that like and that subscribe to whatever this is. If you get to see this on his channel, on my channel, I don't know where it's gonna be.
Time by TV, the Peak
Peak
Factor.
Factor. With that, let's sign off. By El Fajardo.
Ollie Peak.
Adios.
Peace.